Hi guys, it's me, just listening again, and at the time of this recording, it's 3 more days to Halloween, Halloween, 3 more days to Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Yes, indeed, I should be talking about a Halloween movie for in this video that will be dedicated to the month of Halloween in October in 2025. But I will be talking about the second Halloween movie, Halloween 2, oddly, that's original enough, from 1981. Not the one made by Rob Zombie, but the original one, who many people would say is the better one. Now, this is actually quite interesting because it came out a couple years after the original movie came out, but it wasn't. Most sequels take place like a year or two after the original movie come out. But no, this one is supposed to come out like a few moments after the original ended. So that's something nice. That's something real nice. And they play actual footage from the original Halloween movie to get you in the mood for all these terrible killings that will happen, and to catch you up with the story mode of the story. So anyway, got Michael Myers that falls off the balcony of the store of Laurie's house, and you see him disappear into the bushes as Dr. Loomis is over there trying to find out where he is. Now, what's really funny is that they play the movie Night of the Living Dead on one of the TVs there, and they also play the movie, the song Mr. Sandman, which is really quite good, except for it doesn't really belong in the Halloween movie with Michael Myers. But what really does make things good is the Halloween theme. They just did the Halloween. The thing is that they revamped it a little bit more, so that's not the original theme song for Halloween, which I don't like that idea. You know, Halloween should be the original theme song to it, not this hyperactive techno bullcrap. But besides that, you got Laurie's being wheeled to the hospital, and then you got several others that are your basic kills, like for example this one kill that involves a hammered face, which is good, but you expect something a little bit more. You need a little something with more pizzazz. Of course, this is Michael Myers here, so he's very simplistic in his kills. At least compared to, like, say, Leatherface, or say, his Voorhees, or Freddy Krueger, for example. He's more simplistic, more single-minded in his stabby weapons. And may just say that Michael Myers is played by a stuntman in this one, so he's big and bulky, and he walks with the same minute toward Laurie or his other victims, which is nice. They also call him the Shape in this one too. beside Michael Myers. So anyway, some of the more elaborate kills involve a couple of syringe kills, which I don't know if each other with drugs or if each other with just air in syringes, but that's about it. It's that. And there's also a thing where he takes a nurse and kills her with an IV. Normally IVs are meant for life-saving procedure, to give them liquids and stuff into the body. But this one just he just drained the blood out of her. And being that this is of a hospital setup, he has to kill somebody with a scalpel. That's like his that's like mandatory for medical type places. So he does that, and he picks somebody up with a scalpel in his back. Now I know that Michael Myers is supposed to be strong, physically strong, but I don't like this idea, because either her body would give out and part of her body would, slice open before releasing her, or the scalpel would break. Which doesn't really make too much sense to do it like that. Look, pick up like that. Plus, I think there'd be a little angular momentum problem with it too. Whatever, I'm not a scientist. And he killed this guard off screen by hanging him, and then I killed another person by, I guess, injecting him with another syringe with the drugs and stuff. So, also another thing that I don't like about this movie is that you have a bunch of trick-or-treaters there that are dressed up like Michael Myers, like with William Shatner mask and with the boiler suit. Now, this is all well good, but for trick-or-treat party and all that. But the thing is that you don't go trick-or-treating as a killer of an active killer that's still at large. That thing kind of brings it to me. It'd be like somebody dressing up like Jeffrey Dahmer, or like, say, like Bin Laden, for example, while we're still alive. It doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem very copacetic, because it could easily be shot or run over by a car, like in this movie, or for that matter, since Michael Myers just started his killing spree that week or that night or that day or whatever, I don't think he got the required respect or notoriety to have people make costumes out of his skin and features and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really make sense that they would have that night that he started to kill people, unless they're just going around to see him in the street saying, "That's a good idea for a Halloween costume. Let me dress up like a serial killer that looks just like that futurist serial killer." So anyway, being that there's mostly in a hospital, and being that it's late night, there will be some people that will be taking advantage of the therapeutic bath over there, the spas over there. So yeah, the couple is killed off screen, and then you have this girl who's with him getting all romantic and cuddly with the guy who ends up putting Michael's fingers in her mouth thinking that she's her lover until she ends up getting grossed out by it. Now, this is probably the most rewarding kill of the evening from Mr. Myers because it's a woman for one thing. And second of all, because earlier in the movie she was whining about bobbing for apples. I guess a key thing or something. So she ends up going bobbing for apples in scalding hot water. It's very gross and very cool the way they have the Michael Myers take her head out of the water and to push it back in like 3 seconds, and then pull it back out again, and put back in again, and then they keep on this motion for a good couple minutes until the girl is nice and crispy. And it's very quite funny because the makeup effects are so good on this girl. I think it shows medically accurate what would happen if that would happen in real life too. So anyway, we also have Dr. Loomis as being a little bit unnerved, unhinged, a little crazy because he missed his mark in the first movie. He shot him like 6 times with a pistol. He shot his heart too. Heart as black as coal. So anyway, you show him doing that. And then in this movie, they had him really wanting to kill him. Really wanting to finish the job. Finish the fight with Michael Myers. Or so we think until the other sequels and reboots and other bullshit and time looping and all kinds of other stuff there. But for right now, this is like supposed to be the last Halloween movie ever made. And then they go into like an anthology type thing where other villains emerge and it's a whole big bang. Which, by the way, I want to go on record here and say that I think that would be a good idea. They did that for Season of the Witch 2 and Season of the Witch Part 3 and then Halloween 5, 6, whatever, what have you. It would have been cool to have a different person for each villain, or if they carried over into 2 movies, have them be like every 2 movies a different person. But no, they had to have the same Michael Myers over and over and over again, like Leatherface was for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Jason Voorhees was for the Friday the 13th movies, Krueger was for Nightmare on Elm Street, etc., and so forth. So anyway, this is supposed to be the final hurrah for Michael Myers. So we put this cat and mouse between Laurie and Michael. So Michael goes outside the place, tried to get her in the parking lot after she calls off the car. She runs back into the building, and Dr. Loomis is there too, with his handgun. He ends up turning on some gas when the room's there, kills himself in the process of trying to destroy Michael Myers. Laurie's used as bait pretty much, and I really love the idea about Michael Myers being burned to a crisp to the point that inside his mask ends up burning inside. So you know that it's really good when they carved it. His essence is catch fire. But before that, he gets shot in the face, in the eye socket by Dr. Loomis. I don't know if this implies some kind of a supernatural element to Michael's appearances, but that will come later on in the other movies. But in this one, he's just a regular guy, so I don't know why it's why it's so that why it's so that he can survive gunshots to his eyeballs and still survive, and then he burns and things like that. Things that would kill a normal person. In fact, this movie actually did issue in new safety guidelines for movie stars, and particularly stuntmen, because the fire in this part of the movie was so hot that the guy that did the slash as Michael Myers got burn marks on his hands. I'm trying to remove the metal zippers on the suit that he was using. So now, flame retardant suits don't use metal zippers anymore to prevent the heat from getting to them. But anyway, Michael Myers had burned to a crisp again, like he did with the girl, and Laurie's alright. She survived with a little bit of trauma. And then they won't fight again until much later on. But anyway, yeah, I enjoyed this movie. A lot because it was like the final a good sequel to a good movie and good music too. And they usually miss Salmon again. I have no idea why, but they do. Maybe because Michael finally went to sleep for good after becoming like a roast marshmallow. So anyway, I enjoyed this movie, and I thank you for watching my video on Halloween 2 from 1981. It was a good movie. Unfortunately, Dr. Loomis died in the process of taking out the blackest evil that could possibly be that could possibly happen. I did this for the whole month, October 2025. I give this my happy face overpool because the kills in this movie were good, and that's famous for you 5 piece what kills. They went from the basic, with the hammer and with the hanging of people off screen and stuff, to the more elaborate ones, like killing in the spa treatment area, and the injections. That was pretty cool too, because personally I don't like injections. I refuse medical needles. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Especially in the eyeball and the temple. I'm sure they could probably get like embolisms or something like that. Aneurysm, embolism, whatever they call them. With a lot more, complexity with it. Plus, there's a lot more war in this movie than the original Halloween movie that was made in 78. I guess there was more of leniency on that. They were trying to test the water, I guess, to what they could get away with. Also, they had a kid in there with a razor blade in his mouth, where I don't think that's ever happened before in real life horror movies. Good job, Halloween. Give people nightmares for life. So, if you like what you see here, you can always like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. And also, you can also get me on my you can also contact me for future information on my previous videos. Call me or texting me 631 707 3707. Or if you like, you can always reach me by follow me on Twitter or X by typing in PMeston Pro, or you can also get my email at jjviewingchannel@gmail.com. So remember, I love this movie. I like Halloween movies, Halloween franchise movies. And by the way, I think this movie is the perfect sequel that takes place like a few minutes after the end of the first movie, because they want to portray that even though Laurie thought she was safe, she never safe until she sees the burning corpse of the enemy that wants to kill her. So she'll never be safe until that happens, which would be sadly undone by future releases, but whatever. I'm only talking about how we do now. So yeah. Peace out, my brothers and sisters. I'll see you in the next video. All you girls and guys in internet land. Sayonara. Ciao ciao. Arrivederci.